Hi, I'm Celine Lewis, and I'm the Baltimore City Youth Action Board Treasurer.
Hello, my name is Blue Hurston, and I'm the Community Liaison for Baltimore City's Youth Action Board.
My name is Levi Johnson. I'm the co-chair of the Baltimore City Youth Action Board.
I've experienced housing instability growing up, like my power being cut off for days at a time, eviction notices on the door.
So I've experienced homelessness 2 times in my life. Once when I was in high school, and then most recently.
I was a returning citizen. I was incarcerated at the age of 19. I came home when I was like 20, 21. And I was just trying to pretty much just get some housing services so I can really get back on my feet. I told myself, I was like, this time when I come home, I don't really want to be into anything that's really not going to serve my community any good. So I just was trying to do things the right way. And within that experience, I didn't really have the best experience trying to find housing. I really had a lot of trouble.
All POC groups, BIPOC groups, were all underserved in some way, especially in these heavily populated areas. The resources are stripped away, and people, I guess, the people in power don't care about us. So when the school systems are underfunded, there's no resources in the neighborhood, job resources are limited. Those are immediate pipelines to homelessness a lot of the times.
The youth are like the children of the world. Like we don't really know until we know, and that is either learned from experiences or being told. And it's not completely helpful for a youth to be navigating through this world alone, uncomfortable, unstable, like insecure, so many different things that they're supposed to be receiving from the foundation and the stability and the everything that the household offers that it's not being received. So in turn it dominoes into other areas of their life. And why is it important? Because it ultimately affects the long-term success of that individual.
Youth homelessness actually gets overlooked a lot. So like even when I was going through my situation at the age of 16, I actually went through a period of time where I wasn't able to be within my own home. So I was moving around a lot, and when I needed to get certain services such as like food stamps or like just housing in general, I wasn't old enough to actually be able to access those resources. Whereas though by the time I turned 18, I was able to access, those type of resources.
I've had a plethora of paths that I've been able to see as a native Baltimorean that I feel like I can just like be a part of the greater action or purpose to improving our systems for the youth to come up behind me.
I feel like in a way it's healing for myself. Like, I don't want to say it's normal, but I'm not the only one going through it. So when it comes to being somebody's mentor or just speaking to other youth in the neighborhood, letting them know, hey, you're not alone going through this. And I guess now I've taken on that role. It's like I have, even if it's not resources readily available, I have that position to make them available or fight for it.
So like just being able to be front row, front center in different laws and policies that's being passed, I feel like that's a great way for me to make change on a whole different level. Also just being on the ground, I try not to be cooped up in the office as well. I try to do mentorship. I try to talk to the youth. I try to guide them. So like just being in these spaces and actually being able to have the accolades to be able to be like, look, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing. It's definitely helping me out a lot to be able to be in position to help a lot of youth. I look like the community in which that I'm here to serve. So I feel like that's like the number one thing is that they can see somebody that they can relate to, that they know is like still in the community, still moving around. I work with a lot of rappers. I work with a lot of music artists. So like they're able to relate to just that overall, just the whole culture in itself.
In the community, we have been getting a lot of feedback from other organizations, how we're making pivotal moments, like we're the change agents and doing different things that's never been done. And I love that because in any room you step in, I feel like you should be able to shake it up and be that voice of change.
So Baltimore should care about youth homelessness because the youth is the next generation up. You know, the youth is actually the future. We can't pass judgment on these children when they're not given the resources that they need in order to be successful in life. So.